Hey guys, I learned some new stuff and I'm gonna make this video and share it. It's about links, how other spirits will link up to your soul and how you can get rid of it. This is how I do it. But first I gotta tell you about the priestess. Okay, from the last video, the priestess, Jesus, I was with Jesus, he was in me, or his energy, and she came down and she said, and this is right after the big war I had with the crazy guy. I don't call the crazy guy Jesus anymore. He was a crazy Jesus Christ. But I don't call him that anymore because he got his Christ taken away and he got his Jesus taken away. And now he's just a guy. I gave you his name a couple videos ago. But she said after the big war, she came down and she gave me a vest, a leather vest to put on, and a helmet. She gave me this big giant gold cross and a pair of shorts or something. Like I look like a Roman, basically. I look like a Roman wearing this stuff. And it's leather chest vest. You put it on, you don't zip it up or anything. It's one piece, and there's ties to it. You tighten it with ties and stuff. And under that, there's like a soft lining of cotton or something, just along the leather where it's cut. I think it's so it don't irritate you, irritate your skin. Anyway, that's the way I see it. She gave me it, and when she gave it to me, it was all glowing. She gave me a big long sword, which I haven't even used yet. And it was pristine, this sword. It was like, wow. Anyway, it was all glowing, like it had like glow around it and little crispy light coming out of it. And I'm like, yeah, I'll take that. And then she told me, in order for me to get this guy, the best thing I could do is when I rip his skins off, his skins, thorough skins, to reach in, if I can, and grab, there's a little thing, it's like a little button, right where your heart is, somewhere in there, the little button the soul will have, and there'll be little legs coming off it, all thorough type things coming off it, and like legs, spines or something, off this little circle in the middle. And she says, you grab that and you pull it and you smash it. Pull it out of him and smash the shit out of it. And that's the thing that holds the soul in human form. I haven't done it yet, so I don't know. But she says, grab that, smash it. And then the soul won't be able to hold its human form, like head, legs, arms. It'll just be like a blob, or more or less, I don't know, or a sphere. So I took that, that was new knowledge, and it's been about 2 weeks since I made the last video. I've been wearing the helmet, and she said the gold cross was to wear this, and he won't be able to get in your dreams. Well, since the day she gave it to me, and the clothes, I've had no problem. He hasn't been in my dreams. I think maybe once he came in for like a couple seconds, but then he got kicked out. I was with Jesus every night, not literally bringing his entity, the entity guy in me, but his energy, and he watches over me. But he came in one night, I think, maybe twice out of 2 weeks, only for a few seconds. He never got me. He never, I had no more knives stuck in my back, like put into me, not once. He hasn't gotten in my dreams to rape me. He hasn't. It's been totally awesome. I think maybe once or twice he got in my dream. That's what I said earlier, I believe. And so he only got me once or twice, but it was really short. And I was in the illusion underneath where I live. So you're always in the illusion. Depends on this. It's a different story anyway. Screw the illusion right now. So what happened was I kept hearing him though. For like a week I'd hear him yelling at me. And I'm trying to ignore him all the time. But he'd always be talking. I could. Then, since he hasn't come in, he could come into me. He always find me. And what happened after that big war was, judgment came down from the higher people. They said, as soon as you go to sleep, you got to leave St. Lucian. You're not allowed to sleep in your house anymore. You have to sleep down in the illusion. So I went down the illusion, and I made a little bed for me in a cabin and everything, and I was happy. That's where I slept with my dog. And I wasn't allowed to bring any guns or knives or anything in St. Lucian. But as soon as I woke up, I could wake up in St. Lucian and be happy. Like, wake up now, like I'm talking to you. But when I went to bed at night, when I went to sleep, I'd have to sleep. I'd have to go to the illusion to sleep. Because they figured this was my punishment for shooting the gun off at a crazy guy in St. Lucian. You're not allowed to shoot machine guns in St. Lucian. But I told everybody I'm going to war with this guy. I can't perceive where I am all the time. Didn't know which guns. So get the hell out of my way if you see me. I'm not going to point it at you or anything. But if I see him, I'm fucking shooting him because I'm going to war with him. I don't care what happens to me. Well, that's what happened. So I was there for about 2 weeks. Yeah, I was there for about 2 weeks. Wearing his helmet, wearing all this stuff. It all ended at that time. After the big war. He comes back. He comes up to me. Rarely. Christ makes sure he stays his distance. When he sneaks in close, I don't even hear him because I got rid of the links. I was hearing him all the time and I realized, fuck, he's linked up to me, right? That's why I'm hearing him all the time. So I checked. And now when he's talking, this is the video, this is what I want to talk about, links. So when he's yelling at me, I don't react to his voice. I react inside myself. And what I do is, when he's yelling, all these little wires, they're like fishing lines or sewing needle lines. They're very thin. They all vibrate. When he's yelling at me, all the links from him to me vibrate. Inside, go right in, down. Now they go in through your flesh, your thorough skins, your body. They go in your head. They're attached in your brain. They're attached throughout your body, your bones, everything. Your soul, your spirit, they're all attached. He can take something like a pen, put it between your ribs, attach lines to it, specifically attach lines to it, and he'll always have a contact. He always knows where it is. So I knew I had to get rid of all the links connecting me to this guy, as many as I could. So here I am thinking I'm smart and I'm doing that. I asked Craig, so what I do is when he's yelling at me, they vibrate, right? The links vibrate, and I can see them. I can see. So what I do is I bend down. Like, let's say they're going off here. All the links are in me, and they're going off. He's yelling at me from up top. I'll pull. I pull, and he's there, and I pull a little bit, and I can feel all of a sudden the links tighten up, and I feel like I'm being pulled. Okay, so he's pulling me, but what he's pulling is he's pulling the links that are in me, and I can see all the links tighten up. So what I do is I gather them all up, and in a knot, like imagine a ponytail. Each hair in a long ponytail. Gather up the hair, the links, put them in a ponytail, and it puffs out hair, and all these are coming into you, and they're the links. So what you do is you gotta let them go. Let them go, if you know how to do that, or cut them off with a pair of scissors. And literally, that's what I do. And he'll still be able to connect if he knows, because the link is still in you. But usually, Christ will get rid of it. So I told Christ, this is what I'm going to do. I'm cutting the links, right? So I gather up all the hair, and I cut it. And I asked Christ as I was doing this. I go, we got your thorough links, the ones that I can see prominently, right? I can see the links prominently, like there they are, and I can get them and let them go, or cut them if I have to. And I go, well, how many more levels of soul and spirit and that I'm connected to this guy with, or can I be connected to this guy? And Christ said there's a lot of levels, but the ones that are affecting you and keeping him attached to you, you gotta let go. And they're connected in your brain, they're connected in your flesh, so you gotta let go of it. And he goes, that's how you do it. So I let go of, I tighten up, I pull back, I could hear him screaming, and I let the links go, as many as I could. The real hard ones that were hard to let go, and they're hard to let go of, because you find the links and they're going inside your body down into a blackness. You can't see them, but you see them going down into the blackness. How are you supposed to let that go? You gotta let it go from that spot. It's fucking hard, man. It took me 9 years to learn this. So what I do is I make myself a pair of scissors, and it's got a razor blade at the bottom of it. I close the scissors around the hair just a little bit. Then the top of the scissors has a device where it bends over and connects through the other pair. So then I slide that down right to where the razor blade is in the scissors, and then I slowly cut the hair as I tighten it. And like say there's 1,000 links, I cut them all right there. Now half the 1,000 is still inside me, and half the 1,000 just detached him. So what I do is, I tell Christ to get rid of those links. Now, if I'm in Christ consciousness, so he just dissolves all the links that are in me. Instantly, you can barely hear him. Now Christ goes, let me show you. He goes, I'm going to show you right now the other levels of links, spiritual links, the other levels that are connected to you. Okay? I'm like, okay. So he showed me 3 other levels. I couldn't even see these. Never knew they were there. I could still hear the guy yelling at me. And I tighten my brain. There's hairs going into your brain. Okay? As he's yelling, tighten it, scoop him up, put him in a ponytail and let him go. And it feels like it's pulling. It feels like you're pulling blood vessels out of your head. It's that bad, man. It's crazy. And the ones I didn't get, I cut. Okay? The ones I couldn't let go of. So I try to let go as many as I can. The ones I don't let go of, I cut with the scissors. And then he showed me another pair, another level. And he goes, I don't know how he did it or what he did, but he goes, see all this fuzz around you? This fuzzy? I go, yeah. And he goes, those are all links connected to him. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And so he showed me more. And I was like, all around me links at this other level of spirit, soul, I didn't even know existed. And he goes, most people don't know if these exist, but then he showed me another level. He took me to a higher level, and he showed me the connections there. He took me to another level and showed me the connections there. And all of them I never knew existed for 9 years. I was just working the base ones, the fleshy ones. I was only cutting and letting go of the fleshy links. And he said, there's even more than that, but basically the ones that are affecting you are the ones closest to your ethereal skins, your body and stuff like that. And I'm like, holy shit. So he goes, so you want to get rid of these ones? I go, yeah. So he showed me them all. He showed me them all, and then he showed me how to tighten up through my own will. I tighten up all this and I let it go. And he helped me let it go. But I had to do it. Like, Grace ain't, he's like, you gotta do it. It's your problem. You gotta do it. But I'll show you how to do it. And I did it. So I let all them go. But I never got to the next 2 levels. So I got 2 levels. But there was 4 levels of links. Now, I can see spiritually. When I go inside myself in meditation, I can see the links. Now he's yelling at me, I'm laying on the bed. And this is what you do. This is what I'm going to tell you to do. If you got the voices in your head and they're telling you to do shit, that means you're linked up. You got to separate yourself from it. So you tell yourself, you chant, release me, release me, release me, release me, release me. If it's a demon, it won't give a fuck. If it's a drug addict, you might have a chance. If it's a sex addict, you might have a chance. But if you're with Christ and you say, release me, you got to say, Christ, release me, or Christ, stay with me. I'm releasing everything else. So you release everything, every other thing. Okay, if you got Christ consciousness in you, Christ energy, you say, release me, but stay with Christ. Okay, automatically, if you're Christian consciousness, you have all the blessings and things they do, whatever they do, I don't know. You'll be with Christ. Release me. And so the entity that's connected to you will automatically release, because you're willing it through your spirit, your Godhead, and everything. God inside you, spirit, release me. All in compliance, release me. The entity will slowly detach itself and leave. Its energy field will detach from you, sort of. But there'll still be links. What you gotta do is get rid of those links now. You got him, God. You gotta get rid of the links. So what you do, a couple days later, after you finally get him out, you keep saying, release me. If you're working with Christ, awesome. If you're not. But you meditate and you're laying there in bed, and you hear the thing. You can hear it. Yelling at you, screaming at you, telling you to do stuff, whatever it's doing. This is driving you nuts. There's links right to your head. There's links into your soul. Your soul's in your mind, and you can hear it. That's how it works. It's that simple. Now, you got all these links. You're laying in bed. You're standing or laying on a foundation, which is made in the illusion. Drop through the floor. Just drop. Like you're floating through space. You'll feel it. You'll know it. You'll see it. You'll go right through the floor in the spirit world, in your soul, drop. And just go and just fall. Until you stop and you're hanging. And try to drop even more. Try to drop more. And you can't, because you're being hung on to by links. Those are the links. The person that you're connected to, the dead person you're connected to, the spirit, the entity, the demon, whatever, is there. You just drop through the floor. You just drop down, and these links are holding on to you. You can't go. You're bouncing. You drop down. You go like this. You drop down, and boing, 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 boing. You're bouncing in space like a marionette. You got 100,000 strings attached to you, holding you, so you're not free. What you gotta do is, when you drop, you feel all that tightness, and you can't let it go. Those are the links. Now, tell yourself to see the links. I want to see the links. You see the links. There's like 10,000 strings, fishing wire, hairs attached. Take out a knife. Get to feel them all. Feel them through your hands. You can roll them up in a ball. You tie it in a knot. You got 10,000 links. Tie it up in a knot. They're there. There's nothing like you can't get rid of it. You can't get rid of it. I'm going to tell you how. Let it go. Just let it go. Just let go of everything. Let go of that. And tell yourself, release the links, release the links. And all of a sudden you'll feel your soul go like that. And the links just go. And you'll let go for like an hour. Depends on how bad you are. It took me 9 years to heal from what I went through. Watch all the videos. When you're letting go of them, the best thing you do, and it don't end, it don't come to an end, where they go and they leave. If it don't come to an end for like 5-10 minutes and you're really traveling, this is what you gotta do. Get a sword, a knife, and cut them. Cut them off. You're cutting the links. Just cut them off. Just cut them. They'll naturally come out of you. Just cut the fucking links, man, as fast as you can. Then, go to sleep. Now, what's going to happen is a whole bunch of energy is going to come bushing out of your head. You're probably going to get a headache. You're probably going to go, it hurts really bad. It hurts really bad. You're probably going to get an evil headache. Next day, do it again. The next day after that, do it again. Never stop doing it until you can't hear the guy. And you purge all his energy out of you. Tell it to leave. Release me. Keep cutting the links. There's another way of doing it without dropping down. But if you still hear the guy, don't react to him anymore. Don't, oh fuck you, That's it. Don't do that anymore. You're letting go of him. He don't know it, okay? Maybe he does. But if they're not that intelligent, okay? They're just like normal people or pricks. They ain't learned the things yet. Now, if they're attached to you and they're doing this to you and you don't know it, they're not that good of people. So what you want to do is, you don't have to drop down. Drop down is easy and fast to do. But you don't have to drop down. Just bend over. If you feel a tug, like someone's pulling you, and you feel like you're being pulled, well, pull back just a little bit in meditation, in your soul. Pull back, and you'll feel the tightness of pulling back and forth. Let it go. Now, or if he's yelling at you and you hear it, those are links. Visualize, see the links. And then just bend down. Put your head between your feet. Just bend down. Put your head between your feet. Or do that. Bend down. And the links will come out of you. They'll come out of you. Stand up. Do it again. And the more will come out of you. Back and forth. And you learn little tricks like this to get rid of the links. Or just bend down and you'll tighten up. So all these links are in your head, coming through up your spine, out your crown chakra. They're all links attached to him. He's yelling at you, screaming. Bend down, feel the tightness of the links, grab them in your hands like a bush of hay. Grab them, hold on to them, bend down, and let them go. You're pulling them out of your soul. You're pulling them right out of your crown chakra. Or better yet, hack the goddamn thing. Separate the links. Half the links will still be in you, but they're not attached, okay? He can reattach them, but he don't even know he's got links in you, or he does. But there's so much. And then there's 3 more sets of links that you got to detach to get rid of this guy fully. And that's why I bring Christ in. I'm not preaching. I'm not telling you what to do. But if you want to get it done, this is what you got to do. Go to Christ. There ain't no better way. Maybe there is. I ain't found it. I ain't got time to search. We're going to conduct interviews for the fucking spirits to take care of me? No. I went right to Christ, so there you go. And remember, you ask for Christ. If you need help, you say Christ or Jesus Christ. You never say Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Never Jesus. Always ask for Jesus Christ or Christ. Just ask for Christ. It's a lot simpler. Never go, Jesus help me. Anything can be called Jesus, alright? And that's your worst mistake. Worst mistake. And don't take anything from spirits. Because there's nothing you need. That could be your worst mistake. It could get you killed. So, that's the links, man. Those are a couple little tricks to get rid of the links. And demand it. Body, mind, and soul. Chant it when you're going to bed. Release me, release me. And if it don't, when you're chanting it, you bring Christ consciousness energy inside you. Ask Jesus help. Don't worry about what Jesus is doing. Jesus knows multi-levels of shit. Multi-levels of spectrum that he can see you in so many different ways. You don't worry about Jesus. You just chant to Jesus. Help me with this guy. I'm detaching from him. And then you tell him, release me, release me. You tell yourself, your whole being to be released from him. Or many of them if you got more. Usually people got one or more or four, 3, 4. You got 4 of those guys working you. 4 sickos working you. I don't know how people can do it. I don't know how they do it. You see them guys sitting there drinking on a park bench with a 26er or whatever whiskey. And they're drinking and they're talking to the telephone pole. Having multiple conversations with people. Drinking whiskey. He's got 4 spirit buddies drinking with him. Drinking from him. They link into you. You take a drink. They make you take a drink. The drink goes down. They're hooked up to your throat chakra all the way down in your stomach. They're all hooked up. And they all go, take a drink, take a drink, take a drink. And you go, and they go, oh. And they just feel it. They love it. And it's like that with every drug. It's like that with sex. There you get people get it, spirits, you die, your addictions continue. Unless, well, if you stay down here. But when you die and you go up to heaven, your addictions are lifted, more or less. I'm assuming. Because you separate yourself from it. It's a totally different thing. So pay attention. These are the links. If you're having these problems, this is what you got to do. And if there's anything I'm missing, if there's anything you need to know about, let me know. I'll explain if I can. If I've had the experience, how I dealt with it. But this is how I dealt with links from the spirit world. And you need Christ because they put hard things inside you. Those things will come out through your head and it'll hurt like hell. With Christ, he can just take it out. So, you need someone on your side, man. That's just the way it is. Or you're going to have this sicko working you. So it can be Christ or a sicko. What do you want? Later, guys.